Hi, I have this energy reading from Spirit Team. It may trigger, it may be triggering, but it is essential that this gets out. Spirit Team gave me someone who dated someone very briefly, but it was decided by Spirit Team and themselves early on that this was not a good fit whatsoever. They instantly picked up on the selfishness, the low vibration, and also they totally felt and saw that there were others still hanging around, like many others, and that's not what they were looking for. So they immediately said, no, not a good fit. However, this energy was such a player and had gotten over on so many people that they were not used to being told by the other person that this is not a good fit, and literally the total cutoff. So now that person kept trying to get back into the person that they cut off energy, but this high vibrational person of the light could see and was told by their spirit team that they only want to come back in just so that they could be the one to leave, because there's a specific pattern that they had for years that they need to maintain. It's screwed with their ego. That's what that was about. It was only ego. There was nothing well-meaning or high vibrational about it. So their main person, I don't know, some people call it in the pimp world a bottom B or whatever, the main person they go to kept getting all the whining about this one, and I can't believe they cut me off and nobody's done that. It hasn't happened to me since I was, 19 or 20. And this is someone up in their 40s or plus, even beyond that. Spirit Team is saying that they have went and spoken to this main person so much. This main person went and looked up one of their children. And if it's not a child, it's maybe like a niece or nephew that they raised that they consider to be a child. This person of the light's relative works in a court building. They went to a court building. First of all, followed them, stalked them, went into a court building and acted out. If you have even, let's say a 20% functioning brain, that is not the place that you want to act out. That is like literally that is on the level of the police station. So they went there and acted out and acted ridiculous. What they didn't realize was that this family member actually passed the bar exam last October. They are clerking for a judge, but they kept saying that this individual outright didn't want to help me and was rude to me, with all the cameras around. Plus, I'm getting that this family members, this relative of the light that works in the court building, they live somewhere where you could do what you call a one-party recording state. They're in the one party where, you don't have to have permission from the other person to record. So what I got is this. Immediately when they started getting loud, the person pulled out their phone, pushed record to make sure that the words were being said. Of course, the cameras, there's many of them with images. They ended up getting held for acting out and acting ugly. Tried to say that this other person was ugly, and the guard said immediately, that is an officer of the court. No. So now, because their little boyfriend, with their toxic relationship that will always be toxic until something probably happens to one of them, that individual, that very erratic behaving, irrational person allowed this individual to push them up, to edge them on, to go into a court building, to act out. And now they're about to get visitation monitoring for their children. Their children are about to get taken away. They're going to have some type of mental evaluation. Plus, the person that they went and tried to cause problem with is actually clerking for the judge that has their case. How deep of a hole did they dig, all for some guy, that's not even totally 100% invested in them. People, use the brain God gave you. Just use the brain God. And if you're going to stalk and try to go and look up somebody, make sure you do the proper, assessment. Because now they're trying to call this person a liar. The person has all the, you're a liar, you're a liar. No, you are irrational and you are toxic and you have issues. Spirit team gave you the number 111 that could be around this situation. This is so sad because this is proof that someone could poison your mind and literally save themselves. So they're at home sitting up somewhere tucked real tight or either somewhere doing something else. You actually stepped into a court building and acted out a fool because of someone saying that if you love me, you need to do this, or I don't like them and you need to whatever. It's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. And Spirit Team is giving me that people have picked up on this energy as well. Others have picked up on this energy because it's such a bold, erratic situation. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I mean, it might get put on YouTube if I heard it was just that ridiculous. Spirit Team is saying it was just that ridiculous of a situation. When you are with someone and they tell you to put yourself at risk for losing anything in your life, they don't care for you. And if you need assistance or help with someone letting you know what is acceptable, seek the mental health and the counseling and whatever therapy you need. Don't act out on someone else's wishes. And they didn't want to go in the court and act ridiculous because they have a record somewhere and they don't want to get caught up. But they put you out there and you're too silly to see it. This person has to be brought down to rock bottom and sit in a cell somewhere or sit somewhere and be held or have to lose something to realize that, oh my gosh, I have this toxic figure in my life. Spirit Team gave this to me to share with you guys because someone out there needs to hear this. Do not let someone say you need to prove something to them, but they don't prove a damn thing to you. Everything I ever give you or everything you'll ever hear is for your highest good. It may be triggering. It may trigger, but sometimes that happens in life. This is for somebody out here. Look forward.